ever since August of 2008. Literally, my life has been changed.
It is mind-blowing to think that it's been 10 years because you go to a con or you talk to people and you go, I grew up with that.
When they started announcing the 10-year anniversary, I was like, wait, what? That's not possible.
We came in as a cast and a production and just kind of bonded. Like, I really have not experienced with a lot of the other projects that I've been a part of.
But more than being a cast member, I was just a fan.
Yeah, I mean, Clone Wars never goes away. That's a show that just got better and more magnificent and more inspired. I mean, it just got better and better.
It's fun. I love Star Wars.
I have been looking forward to the 10th anniversary of Star Wars: The Clone Wars because I knew that I had to design a fashion collection inspired by the characters in the series. And then, of course, I had to call in my friends, from my castmates to be the models. So I'm thrilled that Matt and Kat and Dee and James and Sam, that they could join us in the studio to model this collection.
Star Wars: The Clone Wars, to me, after 10 years, means fun and family.
We, as a cast, just bonded in a way that I don't think is normal. And we're still in each other's lives.
Traveling to Disney World and Comic-Con and going to each other's weddings and now, Matt just had a baby. We have our first Clone Wars baby. So it's just really kind of forming a family and lifelong friendships that have truly changed my life.
Oh man, we had so many wonderful moments making this. The studio stuff is fun.
We had great moments that got recorded and put in an episode, but a lot of our fun moments, as you know, Ashley, are just like when the record button is not going, and we're all sitting around laughing.
Dave Filoni thinks I'm too bubbly, and so he makes me at the beginning of each session. He's like, "Okay, Eckstein, come on in here." He's like, "Ball up your cuteness, ball it up," and he's like, "Throw it out of the studio." But then I have Dee Bradley Baker. And James Arnold Taylor to either side of me.
Oh, sure. I'm wearing an Obi-Wan Kenobi robe.
Literally making me crack up the entire session.
I still think it's hysterical that, and I know this probably has been told, but that our sound engineer, Cameron, had pulled Ashley's laugh and frequently popped that in during sessions, even when Ashley wasn't there.
But every now and then they have it on cue, so I guess if somebody tells a joke, it's like, ha ha! You don't want Ahsoka laughing like that.
It was my first big voiceover job. Dave tells the story like they heard me say Annie, and they were like, okay, yeah.
I became a fan of the show before I was invited to be on it. I remember someone called up and said, hey, they want you to be on Clone Wars. And I'm like, great. And they said, and it's a really cool part. I'm like, I already said great, I'm doing it.
Yeah, when I came in to do Anakin, I was a recast for Anakin, and I remember flying up to Skywalker Ranch when I did my audition, and I didn't even know it was Anakin. Dave said, just give me your best Luke Skywalker and Han Solo combined, almost as if he just pulled it out of nowhere, and but clearly that was the plan, and I kind of took that, like the bravado of Han Solo and the swagger that Han has, but with the heart of Luke, and that's kind of the direction we went, and people really seem to love that Anakin. So
I was mostly just focused on playing the clones, really. That was by far the biggest challenge for me, was just to keep those guys distinct and unique. Of all the characters, though, other than the clones, I would probably have to choose Queen Karina as for me, one of the most memorable, just because she's such a bizarre switch up from what I was normally doing on that show. Geonosian kind of bugged people, and Dave Filoni, our director, showed me the artwork, or maybe he just described her to me, and I just tried, a voice like that, and he just said, yeah, that's it, just go do it.
I did the Son of Mortis, was the first one, and then Maul, and then my most proud character in the Clone Wars was this one bounty hunter who goes, "Who is Savage Opress?" in the Mos Eisley Cantina. I'm very, very proud of that. I worked really, really hard on that, and I see that you're laughing, and I appreciate that. Hard job.
Who is Savage Opress?
Sorry.
My very first record session with the lovely Ashley Eckstein was, in fact, voicing Plo Koon. And the connection that Ahsoka and Plo have is really special. And so,
He's the father I want to be someday, the old wise wizard.
Dave made it very easy when coming up with the voice for Plo because he just said to me simply, Gandalf. He said, think Gandalf. Just do Gandalf, James. That's my Dave Filoni.
So I just thought, how would Ian McKellen go about this?
It started as a voice match for Ewan because it was specifically doing that, and so he was always, a little lighter and, Anakin. And Dave really kind of brought me into a space that was, I think it was a little more controlled and a little, not deeper, but it's just more in this place. And there is a bit of that, these aren't the droids you're looking for. So you combine the two and you get my Obi-Wan, which is my way of paying homage to both of these wonderful actors that have played this character before me.
Star Wars The Clone Wars represents so much to me. Being the voice of Ahsoka is the dream that was so big, I didn't even know to dream it. And once I got to know Ahsoka and just admire Ahsoka, I was so inspired by her. And she's really influenced so many of my kind of life's decisions, including her universe. Ahsoka inspired me to start her universe, and she's truly changed my life.
It always felt like a blessing to be on that show because it was such a great show. The fans loved it, and to this day, the fans still love it. But also on the personal side, to get to work with this group of people and to have them come into my life, it was really something that I'm grateful for.
We're all fans. We're still fans of Star Wars. So I think it was kind of like the feeling of it is what my favorite thing is. It's just the feeling that it brings when someone says Clone Wars and these characters and all of your names, come to mind, and my heart
Grows 20 times.
It's really what it's become to all the people, and it's the same to all of us, I think, in that.